Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm gonna, take a video to say goodbye to Animal Kingdom. I kind of did this during my review of the series finale, but I just want to, make a video kind of talking, why I love it. Really quickly, just in case you are coming across this and it's, isolated by itself and you don't know what Animal Kingdom is. Animal Kingdom is this crime drama that was on TNT that followed a family, the Codys. Basically, Jay, his mom died of an overdose. He ends up moving in with his grandmother, Janine, aka Smurf, as well as her children, his uncles, Pope, Baz, Craig, and Darren. And the fact is, they're not just a regular family. They rob people. They kind of pull off these heists. Sometimes to some bigger extent, sometimes on like a more smaller scale, but ranging anything from just like money to jewelry, and it's just kind of part of the family business. So it's a little bit, it's got kind of that, I was about to say like mobbish feel to it, but not really. It's just like they're just kind of like because they're kind of their own thing. Yeah, they have the criminal connections, but it doesn't even lean into like the gangster like mob element of it. It's just like it's a family of thieves essentially, and just kind of like what that, the drama that kind of tailspins from that. A family that is, there for each other in other moments and then also can be at each other's throats the next, and it, getting into the family business and Jay becoming a part of that, and just, the story kind of spirals out from there. So obviously I'm talking about it because at the time of recording this, Animal Kingdom in its final episode aired last Sunday. I have no idea when this video will actually go up. It'll go up either Wednesday or Friday. Either way, or maybe later, just depending on like what ends up coming up. But I just want to talk about this show that I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it has been a wild ride of like, it's that interesting thing about like how family works, and just like the good and the bad, and the being there for each other, but once again like despising and hate each other. Just how complicated families can be, especially a family that that stills together. It is this thing of like, it's like when you're a family of thieves, like can you really truly ever fully trust each other? When it's like, but it's like no, it's kind of us versus the world type of mentality. I think it's like, right, the family is all that matters. These are the people, your brothers, your family. They're the only ones that you could truly rely on, because they're the only people you could talk to and be there for you, who can understand you. So without spoiling anything for anyone that hasn't seen the series finale, I'm not going to talk about that. But I was actually reading something recently where they were talking about the fact is that they have been open to the idea of spin-offs, which I'm like, okay, I could definitely see that happening. Now, whether or not that actually becomes a thing or not, it's a whole other conversation within itself. Because I don't know, like after doing this show for 6 years, like how many of those actors would want to necessarily return? I mean, once again, we don't even know the full context of like, well, I mean, there's room without, like I said, without spoiling it, there is room to continue the story where things left off. So you could definitely do like a sequel spin-off, or do you like follow like someone else in that universe type of situation? You could always kind of play in that vein of things. But whether or not something else ends up happening and this ends up being all we get, I am totally satisfied with that, because I think this has been one hell of a ride. If you're looking for something like more on the crime drama side of things, that's also the thing, like I don't watch enough stuff that I could completely compare it to anything, because I feel like maybe someone who's more well versed can be like, oh, obviously it's a little more like this, it's a little like I wouldn't go as being like, oh, it's a little Sopranos, because obviously that's like very like mobsterish, so I can't even like fully compare it to that. But I think the little I know about The Sopranos, because I've never seen The Sopranos, so like just kind of keep it in mind, but it's kind of like that family is important element is kind of what you get. Like the show once again isn't mob connected or mob adjacent, but the Codys can roll like they are a mob. Like they are like from a mafia type of family. Like there can be like, there are definitely like mafia angles and ways they kind of go about handling things, because it's like, yeah, people talked it in the wrong way or stepped in the wrong way, you can get a fist to the face, or you can get curb stomped, or you could like get blasted. It's that type of situation, that type of show. So basically, if you haven't seen Animal Kingdom, now would be the perfect time to jump into it. I actually don't know where you'd be able to fully find the entire show. When I originally started watching the show, it was around season 4 was out. The first 4 no, I think the first 3 seasons were on Prime Video. If you have Prime Video, you go. I don't know if that's still the case or not. It might not be. So I don't know where, other than digitally, like Blu-ray and stuff. Like, I don't know where you necessarily. I don't know if there's any streaming services you could find the show. If there are any that I end up finding out about, I'll include annotation. Now that the show's actually complete, though, I am interested to go track down the movie because if you're unaware, it is based on the movie of the same name. Obviously, they just turned it into a more serialized story over the course of 6 seasons, but there was a movie like a couple. I think the movie came out like 2010. I'd be very interested to check that out and just kind of compare and contrast, compare it to like the show, you know. So, but really, that's all I wanted to talk about. Until the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good